So you're thinking the Royal Ravens are going to come up into 4th place. That would mean the Røkkr would have to have a terrible outing at their next few tournaments, not make it out of groups. And you think that they need to stick it out and have a player just start to improve? So, like, I just don't understand your argument. It just sounds kind of hypocritical. I think that what the teams out there are struggling right now. You look at the Surge, great talent on that entire roster, completely struggling. Gunless is out there. Minnesota are one of the teams that players want to play for right now. Minnesota have been solid, and teams know that if they go there, they will find, or players know that if they go there, they will find success. I think that it is time to make a roster change, and a great argument for that is look at the semifinals of this very last tournament. All 4 teams made a roster change, and they look to have been improved tremendously. I think that the Minnesota Røkkr are one change away from being a championship team. You know, they look like it in the beginning of the season. They've dipped off a bit. If they make that change, it might propel them forward, and if they were ever going to do it, don't do it too late. Now's the time to shop around and figure it out while you're still in that 4th place position. You've recognized that your team isn't performing that great. You can still make a change and propel yourself forward for that $2 million payday at the end of the season. I think it's time that they look around and do it while players are available. I think they can make a big change.
I would just go back a little bit to try to avoid being the hypocrite and say, like, you can make a roster change for this team, and there are great players out there that are available. I don't think it's worth the risk, and I also think it kind of defeats the point of, like, the theory that the Røkkr had when they crafted this team. It's not 5 players that are, like, the biggest superstars in Call of Duty, but they went for a team that is, they're going to be professional. They're going to always be putting the work in. Like, they went for a chemistry-minded team. I don't think you need to shake that up. Like, no, things don't look great, but that's the point of when the going gets tough, you need the professional players that are going to be able to bounce back. And we saw towards the start of the year when, like, Atlanta FaZe was at a certain point the clear-cut best team. For whatever reason, the Røkkr just, like, had their number. Like, the Røkkr are still a sneaky team, and yes, some teams might be catching up or maybe even potentially past, and maybe the top of pack has separated themselves just a little bit, but I still think by the end of the year, they just have to grind it out.